students, in the previous session we have discussed and solved some of the examples on angle between two lines. Similarly, in this session also we are going to solve some more important problems on angle between the lines. Let us consider the first example of this session. Find the angle between the pairs of lines x plus 3 divided by 3 is equal to y minus 1 divided by 5 is equal to z plus 3 divided by 4 and x plus 1 divided by 1 is equal to y minus 4 divided by 1 is equal to z minus 5 divided by 2. So now here we have to recognize the direction ratios of first line are A1, B1, C1 are there in the denominators, and the direction ratios of second line are A2, B2, C2 are here 1, 1, 2. So after finding direction ratios, so we can find out the angle between the pair of lines. Now consider the solution. First write down the data from the given question. A1 is equal to 3, B1 is equal to 5, C1 is equal to 4. A2 is equal to 1, B2 is equal to 1, C2 is equal to 2. Now write down the formula for cos theta, that is equal to B1, see that is whole modulus of A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2 divided by square root of A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square into again square root of A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. So it is the Cartesian form of this cos theta value. Now we can put all these values in this formula. So it becomes 3 into 1 plus 5 into 1 plus 4 into 2 whole divided by square root of 3 square plus 5 square plus 4 square into square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 2 square. Now in the next step it becomes 3 plus 5 plus 8 whole divided by, that is square root of 9 plus 25 plus 16 into square root of 1 plus 1 plus 4. So after evaluating the values, here this numerator becomes 16 divided by square root of 6 into square root of 50. Now we can make the simplification. So that is 16 divided by square root of 6 and square root of 50 can be written as, that is 5 into square root of 2. Therefore theta is equal to, that is cos inverse of 16 by square root of 6 into 5 into square root of 2. It is the value of the angle between the two lines. Now we will go for the next example. Question number 2. X minus 2 divided by 2 is equal to y minus 1 divided by 5 is equal to z plus 3 divided by minus 3, and x plus 2 divided by minus 1 is equal to y minus 4 divided by 8 is equal to z minus 5 divided by 4. Now we have to find out the angle between these two lines here. So they are in the Cartesian form. So first write down the direction ratios of first line are A1, B1, C1, and the direction ratios of second line are A2, B2, C2 means minus 1, 8, 4. Now consider the solution. the data are a1 is equal to 2, b1 is equal to 5, c1 is equal to minus 3, a2 is equal to minus 1, b2 is equal to 8, c2 is equal to 4. Now write down the formula to find out the theta, that is cos theta is equal to whole modulus of a1 into a2 plus b1 into b2 plus c1 into c2 whole divided by square root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into square root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Now apply all these values. Therefore we have 2 into minus 1 plus 5 into 8 plus minus 3 into 4 whole divided by 2 square plus 5 square plus minus 3 whole square, and next that is square root of minus 1 whole square. See here, this is whole square, not within the square, plus 8 square plus 4 square. So this will be here minus 2 plus 40 minus 12 whole divided by 4 plus 5, 25 plus 9 into again square root of 1 plus 64 plus 16. So this will be equal to, that is 26 divided by square root of 38 into square root of 81. Now we get the simplest form of this square root of 81. After finding this, theta is equal to cos inverse of 26 divided by square root of 38 into 9. It is the value of theta. So this is the angle between the two lines. Similarly, we go for the next example. Find the value of P so that the lines 1 minus x divided by 3 is equal to 7y minus 14 divided by 2p is equal to z minus 3 divided by 2, and 7 minus 7x divided by 3p is equal to y minus 5 divided by 1 is equal to 6 minus z divided by 5 are at right angles. Dear students, here these two lines are not in the standard form. So that first we have to convert into the standard form, that is x minus x1 divided by a is equal to y minus y1 divided by b is equal to z minus z1 divided by c. But these two are not in that form, so that first we should convert into standard form. So to convert into standard form, so first consider the first line. Consider, that is 1 minus x divided by 3 is equal to 7y minus 14 divided by 2p is equal to z minus 3 divided by 2. See students, so that x should be in the first place, means we have to, it should be positive. So that I am going to take this one, means so that we have to take minus common. So it becomes minus of x minus 1 divided by 3. Similarly, here we should have y minus y1 form, so that here this 7 is here and it is 14 here, so that it is already positive, so there is no problem to take the sign outside. So just we have to take 7 common from this numerator part, so it becomes 7 into the bracket of y minus 2 divided by 2p is equal to, so it is already in the standard form, so that it is as it is, z minus 3 divided by 2. Now in the next step, so that there should not be any negative sign for this numerator, so that I am going to take minus to this denominator, so it becomes x minus 1 divided by minus 3 is equal to, so that it should not be there here, so that we have to take denominator side, it becomes divided by 7, therefore it can be written as y minus 2 divided by 2p by 7 is equal to z minus 3 divided by 2 as it is. So this is the standard form of first line. So what are the direction ratios of the first line here? Minus 3 is a1, 2p by 7 is b1 and 2 is c1. So these are the direction ratios of first line. So similarly, we can convert this second line is also into standard form. Let us write in the standard form. So now take that one. 7 minus 7x divided by 3p is equal to y minus 5 divided by 1 and 6 minus z divided by 5. So in these three terms, this second term is only in the standard form. So we have to convert these two into standard form. Therefore, take 7 common and also minus common, because x has minus sign here. So it should be positive. So that I am going to take minus 7 common here. So after taking minus 7 common, or else here we can take minus common first. So 7x minus 7 divided by 3p is equal to y minus 5 divided by 1 as it is. And here that z has minus sign, so that take minus common. So it becomes z minus 6 divided by 5. It is not over. Still we have to take some procedure to convert into standard form, so that we can take 7 common here. So it becomes minus 7 into the bracket of x minus 1 divided by 3p is equal to y minus 1 divided by, y minus 5 divided by 1 is equal to, that is minus of z minus 6 divided by 5. So that now to convert into the standard form, take this minus 7 to the denominator side, it becomes 3p by minus 7. Therefore x minus 1 divided by minus 3p by 7 is equal to y minus 5 divided by 1 is equal to z minus 6 divided by minus 5. So that it is the standard form. Now we can write down the direction ratios of this second line. So A2 value is minus 3p by 7, B2 value is 1 and C2 value is minus 5. Therefore, now after considering these two lines direction ratios, now we can take the data. A1 is equal to minus 3, B1 is equal to 2p by 7, C1 is equal to 2, A2 is equal to minus 3p by 7, B2 is equal to 1, C2 is equal to minus 5. Now, already they have given the line, both lines are at right angles, mean both are perpendicular line. So the line 1 is perpendicular to line 2. So students, here we have the condition for the two lines to be perpendicular is A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2 is equal to 0. So that you have to consider this first condition for this problem, because these two lines are perpendicular. Therefore the condition is A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2 is equal to 0. Now write down all these values. Minus 3 into minus 3p by 7 plus 2p by 7 into 1 plus 2 into minus 5 is equal to 0. We have to write down it is equal to 0 because it is the condition. So now we can multiply these two numbers here. Minus into minus becomes plus. So that 3 into 3 means 9. So it becomes 9p by 7 plus it is 2p by 7 only because it is multiplied with 1. Then it is 2 into minus 5 is that is minus 10. So minus 10 is equal to 0. Now for the simplification, this can be written as here because the numerators are same here for these two terms. So we can add both of them. So it becomes 9p plus 2p is 11p by 7 is equal to 10, because we can transfer this 10 minus 10 to the right hand side. So it becomes plus 10. Therefore 11p by 7 is equal to 10 and 11p is equal to here 70, because we can transfer this 7 this side, it is multiplied with 10. So 11p is equal to 70. Therefore p is equal to 70 by 11 after transferring 11 to the right hand side. So this is the value of p. Now we go for the next example. Show that the lines x minus 5, 7 is equal to y plus 2 divided by minus 5 is equal to z by 1, and x by 1 is equal to y by 2 is equal to z by 3 are perpendicular to each other. So to prove the perpendicularity of the two lines, we have to write down the direction ratios of first line and second line. Here a1 is 7, b1 is minus 5 and c1 is 1, and let us consider the denominators of this second line. a2 is 1, b2 is 2 and c2 is 3. Now write down the data for the solution. a1 is equal to 7, b1 is equal to minus 5 and c1 is equal to 1. a2 is equal to 1, b2 is equal to 2 and c2 is equal to 3. Now to prove this perpendicularity of two lines, so we have to prove this condition. Now consider the left hand side here, that is a1 into a2 plus b1 into b2 plus c1 into c2. So here we have to prove that it is equal to 0. So that we have to put all those values, that is 7 into 1 plus minus 5 into 2 plus 1 into 3. So here this is 7 into 1 is 7 minus 10 and it is plus 3. Therefore it will be equal to 0. Therefore the two lines are perpendicular to each other because the condition a1 into a2 plus b1 into b2 plus c1 into c2 is equal to 0. Therefore these two lines are perpendicular. Let us take the next example. Show that the line through the points 1 minus 1 2 and 3 4 minus 2 is perpendicular to the line through the points 0 3 2 and 3 5 6. Students, observe here, the first line passes through these 2 points and the second line passes through these 2 points. We have to show that these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Now we have to find out the direction ratios of first line as well as direction ratios of second line. So to write down the direction ratios of first line, consider these 2 points. Therefore let a point, that is 1 minus 1 2 and b point 3 4 minus 2. So these can be considered as x1 y1 z1 and x2 y2 z2. Now write down the direction ratios of AB. AB is the first line. The direction ratios are x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So that we can write down these 3 direction ratios. So that is 3 minus 1 and 4 minus of minus 1 and minus 2 minus 2. Therefore 3 minus 1 is 2, 4 minus of minus 1 is 5 and minus 2 minus 2 is minus 4. So these 3 are the direction ratios of first line AB. Similarly, we can find out the direction ratios of second line. So that line passes through these 2 points. So consider the C point is 0 3 2 and next point D has the coordinate 3 5 6. Therefore this can be considered as again x1 y1 z1, x2 y2 z2. Therefore direction ratios of CD are given by x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So put the values here, 3 minus 0 and 5 minus 3, next 6 minus 2. So these 3 are the direction ratios. After simplification we have 3, 2, 4. So these are the direction ratios of second line CD. Now we have taken the direction ratios of first line and second line here. So these are A1, B1, C1 and direction ratios of second line are A2, B2, C2. Now we can take the data. A1 is equal to 2, B1 is equal to 5, C1 is equal to minus 4. Similarly, A2 is equal to 3, B2 is equal to 2 and CD is equal to 4. Now to prove that two lines are perpendicular. So consider the condition, the right hand side, that is A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2. We should prove that it is equal to 0. For that we can put all these values. A1 into A2 means that is 2 into 3 plus 5 into 2 plus minus 4 into 4. So 2 into 3 is 6 plus that is 5 into 2 is 10 and minus 4 into 4 is that is 16. So minus 16. So after the simplification we have this is equal to 0 because 6 plus 10 is 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. Therefore the condition has proved. Therefore AB is perpendicular to CD. So this is how to prove the perpendicularity condition for two lines. So these are the examples on here angle between two lines. Now I am going to give the assignment number 4 on this concept. So you have to find out the angle between the line, and also here you can find out the angle between the lines whose direction ratios are like this. Also we can prove that perpendicularity of two lines. So consider these examples to solve here. So if you want to solve these examples, just refer that previous problem from this video and also the previous video. Thank you.